Then they bring few names. You don't understand.
Also coming up, CDD Ghana calls for calm among political parties following some irregularities allegedly recorded in the ongoing exhibition exercise in some areas.
Once the register is certified, the Electoral Commission will be giving copies of the certified register to the parties. So again, there will be another opportunity for the parties to check. And
nurses and midwives call off strike.
We have decided to temporarily suspend our strike action with effect from Thursday, 24th September 2020 at 8 a.m. pending the outcome of.
Also in this package, Media Foundation for West Africa threatens to drag the National Communications Authority to court following the closure of some radio stations.
We are going to continue this struggle, even if it will take us years, even if it will take us going to the courts. That is something that we are prepared to do.
And later on, finalist in Citi TV's keyboard idol Chris Tamaklo dies in tragic motor accident.
Out of respect, I think it's very important that we sort of put the show on hold. So at least we hear back from the family of Chris, find out what exactly their plans are.
Now, the Electoral Commission calendar for the year 2020 has 4 key events that need to happen. First of all is the actual registration, followed by the voters exhibition, and then the vote transfer, and then the election proper on December 7. Currently, we are the second event, which is the voter exhibition, and which is going on for about 8 days. We're currently in Ashaiman, specifically the Celestial School Complex Center, which has about 4 centers for verification of details when it comes to the registrants. Now, what has been the experience here at the Celestial School Complex?
Okay, actually, when we started the first register that was given to us, we encountered a lot of challenges, as in a lot of names didn't appear, including that of the MP. So we raised an alarm, and then a new one came the next day, and with that one, I think we've not seen such error again, and everybody's name is intact.
For you, you've not had anyone, coming here to create any issues because they can't find their names. Everything has been smooth.
Actually, a man was here and he nearly, beat us. He was highly annoyed.
Beat you?
Yeah, that he can't find his name. And we said, it is not a deliberate action. It might be some mechanical error. And he said he doesn't care. All he needs is seeing his name in the register. After the second register came, we've not encountered such a mistake again. Yeah, everything is intact.
Still in Ashaiman, we are going to move to the Celestial Senior High Complex or Verification Center, where the MP for Ashaiman, NS Nogbe, had his issue with his name being missing from the register. Now, one of the critical reasons for the voters exhibition is to give citizens the opportunity to check if their names are first of all on the register, to correct if there are any mistakes, and also just confirm that they have been captured just the way they want. I saw them giving you a receipt. What is the problem with your details?
Maybe checking that Midino, Patricia no answer. Okay,
Oman spelling here.
Oman spelling. Omotro PNR. Na me banana sister no catch me say want me nya ni ho hwe.
Receipt now they are call
I fe no ma me receipt no ba onya nka ni ho nche.
All right, so she essentially realized that the spelling of her name, Patricia, is actually, wrong. So they are taking measures. They are filling a form. They will hand it over to her. Then she would head over to the district office, for a new card to be printed for her. So we're currently in Ashaiman trying to walk around some of the centers to see if indeed some of the issues that have been raised by some stakeholders, including the NDC, are what pertains on the ground. So Ashaiman has about 254 voter exhibition centers. The few we have visited didn't have any issues, but this particular area has been described as a problem spot. This is the National Primaries voter exhibition center, and I have a gentleman here who has an issue. Senior, what be your issue?
My issue be say the ID card we would do. My name no dey the register inside, so I come to check. My name still my name no dey inside, so they give me forms to make a feel them. I take go time I go do one for them.
As they start the exhibition exercise, you came here when? When exactly did you come here?
The Monday.
Monday, and then this what?
Still my name is not in the register.
So then what? What then happens now?
What is happening now is that they say we should fill the form so that we should send it to the TMI so that we will put our name inside the register.
Let me speak to one of the officers here. This place appears to be a problem spot. What exactly is happening here?
Yeah, what's happening is that most of the people came here, even though they had the actual the voters card. They have the ID card. Meanwhile, when they came, they could not find their names in the register.
Give me a breakdown when it comes to inclusion, name being misspelled. How many people did you have?
Yeah, mainly it is the inclusion. Because those whose names are also in the register, a few of them have come to actually check. But it is those whose names are not in the card in the register who are rather here to make the inquiries. So we are also on course filling the form for them to be sent to the office for that issue to be addressed.
How many forms have you filled?
But the forms, unless I go through, but so far it's not up to 100. So what I feel so far is not up to 100.
Can you just go through
the form that I have?
He's going to go through the forms to essentially give us an idea of the people who have filed objections and have been giving the receipts to go and have their new cards issued to them.
20, 60, yeah, 61. Yeah.
You have a lot of unhappy, clients like the one we are seeing.
Yeah, but what they are all saying that they don't.
Madam, please, what's the problem?
My problem is that I have come to check. The name is not here, but she is having the voters ID card, and they say she have to come. Now that she is not here, and today is their last day, at least they have to give me the form. And the person who will not come before Friday, she will be coming back on Monday. She went to Dambai and she is not coming back. She registered here, so they have to give me the form so that I'll give to my brother to go and check.
Please, I'm not going to give her the form because the other form, she needs a thumb print. So without her, we cannot get the thumb print. And she is insisting that she can do the thumb print for her, which is not allowed.
So I'm just one of the few issues here at the National Primaries Center. Some level of agitation. I have a gentleman here with me as well. Senior, essentially you do not have your name in a register.
Yes.
What's going to happen?
They write a form, give me say make I go. They write form, give me say make I take go office. But should in case I can't see that, I can't realize say if I go to office, it will can't tend to double registration. Give me. Whilst I work, I register on police station. Therefore, bring the names on police station. Make I check my name well. So I take my colleagues and make nobody go to the EC office, make the let you work towards these things.
No, but relax. You're supposed to go through the list, see if your name is there. If it's not there, they fill this form, and then you take it to the district office. That's supposed to be the process.
Yes, but we went there, they said they are working on it still. So we make you come back, they work. I went there 3 days today and yesterday. Okay. They said they work on it up to now. We don't hear nothing about them up to now.
So are you going to go back there tomorrow?
No, I'm not sure.
If you don't, on election day, you're not finding it.
But how things are going on, like we make our arrangements, I make my arrangements, I won't create demonstration at here. with my colleagues.
You want to cause commotion here?
Yes.
Why would you want to?
Because what they are doing is not fair. So whilst we can't sleep for a day and night, about 12 days, then they bring few names. You don't understand. So we are saying, make a complaint. Any person will get your ID card. Whilst your name is not there, you get right to come and vote.
No, but that's the reason why you have an exhibition process going on. So that if there are some mistakes like yours, it can be corrected within the 8 days.
But I come up to now I was here. Since the day they start up to now I was here. Okay. I went to the EC office. They didn't give me correct answer. They said they are working towards this thing. But with the say up to Friday, they will finish the exhibitions too.
So I mean, go back tomorrow and possibly Friday.
You are here. Tomorrow I'll be there.
All right. Thank you. All right, so let me speak to my man Mark here.
Apeto.
Yes, Mark Apeto. He's the youth organizer of the NDC in Ashaiman.
Ashaiman.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some of the places we went to, everything was peaceful and nice, but over here there are some issues.
There's no peace anywhere. Just that you have not met people there. But it is painful to come and queue for a whole day, sometimes 2 days. Look at the numbers in Ashaiman to register, only to come and find out that your name is not in the register. It is painful. It is very painful. And so we are saying that the Electoral Commission should restore the rest of the 7,000 people before December 7. Now, how do we know whether the names have been restored or not? When the people go there and they say they are working on it, there won't be any other exhibition. So how will you be sure that your name has been restored before December 7? What is the, in the likely event that December 7 you come to the center and your name is not restored, what happened then? What about those who will not come and check?
You have traveled.
Because we know in Ghana, exhibition participating is low. About the highest will be 20%. And we are just saying that the Electoral Commission should restore the names before December 7. And we want to see the names have been restored before December 7. How they are going to do it, we don't know. So they should tell us something.
All right, so that was Mark Apeto, the youth organizer for the NDC in Ashaiman. Now, I mean, some issues here, essentially inclusion issues and issues with the misspelling of names and all. Well, you're still watching the Citi Newsroom. We're going to cross over to my colleague Pearl Akanyo, who will be speaking to the NPP to find out if they also have issues such as we have experienced on the ground here at Ashaiman.
We are bringing you more angles to the story. Now, here at the NPP campaign office to speak to us is Mr. Evans Nimako. He's the Director of Research and Elections for the New Patriotic Party. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
NDC is making some claims. They've seen some irregularities in some of the constituencies believed to be their strongholds. We have South Dai. At Ashaiman, 21,000 names had been omitted. Are you not concerned? Because we don't know if these are true. We don't know if they are the people whose names have been omitted from the register are NPP or belong to the NDC. It appears you're not too concerned about that.
Well, in this country, we've once observed, there was a time exhibition was done. The MP for Elembele, Honorable Kofi Amabua, alleged that there were some people in his constituency whose names were taken out of the register. I expect that individuals will make a case for themselves. This will be usual of the NDC. They never like this whole arrangement of EC putting in place a new voter management system. So any phases that we get to, they complain. The other political parties, I don't know what their positions are, but I'm saying that for us as New Patriotic Party, our major resources is being used to ensure that we provide the necessary support to ensure a resounding victory for the president, as well as majority of our parliamentary candidates. I've heard they want to put in place lawyers for each of the collation centers. I mean, this is usual of the NDC. We are going to put chartered accountants as our agent in all the 33,367, this New Patriotic Party. And so they can go on and make their ransoms. But as I said, I'm also told that Mr. Mahama has cut short his campaign to region to come back to confer with his base. I think there's more reason to that than the exhibition exercise. They've run out of resources. Their campaign is not exciting. And we've seen everywhere they've been to, they are not able to excite the people. They are lacking message. And so they realize that their effort will not yield them any.
We're moving away from the reactions from the various political parties and keeping an eye this time on the exhibition exercise. Now, this is the ICGC Dansuman Exhibition Center. We're here to speak to exhibition officials and find out how the process has been so far. How has turnout been? Come with me. Let's speak to Prince Yano. He's the exhibition officer here, and find out how the process has been so far since they started. Thanks for your time on the Citi Newsroom.
You're most welcome.
Thanks for agreeing to speak to us.
You are welcome.
So tell us how it's been so far since you started here.
Okay, so from the first day on the 18th, we opened the exhibition center at 7 o'clock, and we had about 40 people come to check their names with no disturbance, no interference. And the second day we went to 29, the third day we went to 30, the fourth day we went to 35, and then the fifth day we went to 39. Today we've checked about 15 people have checked. So we are still on course and everything is okay. No disturbances.
No hitches, no challenge.
No hitches, except for some name spell minor corrections and a bit of a major correction. And with those, we make them go through a form. So we fill the form, and then when it's necessary for replacement of a card, we give it to them to go to the municipal office for their cards to be replaced. Yeah.
So we've heard reports of low turnout at some of the exhibition centers. Is that the case here?
We have a total of 840 voters that registered here at the center. And so far, roughly, we've been able to check about 150 people. So, yeah, with that pair, the expected numbers that we are supposed to cover, 840, I think there's a low turnout, yeah.
So you haven't had instances where people's names have been omitted, like we're hearing from other areas?
No, please. There has not been any case of, names being omitted and, such.
I have here with me Madam Beatrice Ando. Now, she just came to verify her details. Would want to speak to her briefly on what the processes she went through. Ma, that's only a Casa was Citi Newsroom. Run us through the processes, when you got here to verify your details.
Pacho, hanu, nimpe niha, nti yan card ne mano, na yeshwe umu. Ochwe no hu yendin so.
So you didn't encounter any challenge?
Debbie. Yeah, how be nim eba ya na ya de mae na wohwe mu yendin so wo pepepe.
Thank you very much, Madam Beatrice Ando, for your time. Now let's find out how the Electoral Commission intends to sort out these issues that have come up so far.
The Electoral Commission has responded to the claims by the National Democratic Congress that the Commission has an agenda to deliberately delete names of the party's supporters and sympathizers from the electoral roll. The EC in a statement said the allegation is false. The Commission has from the beginning of the compilation of the voters' register lived up to its motto, fairness, transparency, and accountability. It is a paradox, therefore, to suggest that the same commission now seeks to remove persons from the voters' register. Had that been the agenda of the commission, it would not have given detailed information to stakeholders throughout the registration process. We assure the general public that these allegations are unfounded. The commission further stated that, in a nutshell, the exhibition exercise provides an opportunity to stakeholders to unearth problems with the register for the purpose of fixing it. This is exactly what the Electoral Commission is doing. We are fixing the issues unearthed. It concluded. Earlier, The EC had described as false the claims by the Member of Parliament for Ashaman, Honorable Enes Nogbe, that some 21,000 names had been deleted from the register, including his own name. After the NP went on to issue a 48-hour ultimatum to the Electoral Commission to restore the missing names, the EC responded in a statement saying, "Our attention has been drawn to a public statement by the Ashaman Member of Parliament on the Provisional Voters Register for Ashaman constituency. The Member of Parliament is on record to have stated that the names of 21,000 registered voters are missing from the register. The Commission wishes to categorically state that this is false." According to the EC, as with all voter registrations, a number of persons who register may find themselves on the exceptions list and the multiples list. In addition, a number of names may also be missing for reasons resulting from incomplete transfer of data. It is for this reason that the law incorporates and makes provision for the exhibition exercise and mechanisms such as the inclusion process, which allows persons who registered but cannot trace their names on the provisional register to file for inclusion, it said. The Commission also added, the Member of Parliament is also on record to have stated that his name is not on the provisional register. Again, this is false. The public should therefore disregard his statement, which is a deliberate effort to tarnish the credibility of the Commission and the voters' register.
I'm here with Madam Rhoda Oseiafo. She's a team leader for elections at the Center for Democratic Development, Ghana, that's CDD. We're here to pick her thoughts on what's happening so far with the voter exhibition exercise. Thanks for your time on the Citi News.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure that as an institution that promotes good governance and democracy, what is happening right now with the voter exhibition exercise, the allegations being made by the NDC that they've recorded some irregularities in some constituencies, areas believed to be their strongholds, and the NPP discrediting those claims, should be of interest to you?
Well, yes, it is. First of all, I think I would want to avert our minds to the essence of the exhibition exercise, which is that we have a provisional register that has been compiled, and that before that register can be certified, we need to make sure that all the necessary corrections are effected. Names missing from the register might not be something that is really new. The issue really may be the numbers that have been coming up. In some cases, you hear that some 400 people's names can be found on the register. Other places, it's about 200. I think that is what is a bit worrying. You want to get a sense of what may have happened. You are not sure of what the problem is. And I think to that extent, it will be good for the Electoral Commission to communicate, to engage, not just the political parties, but also even voters, for us to understand what has happened, what it is that we are seeing all these numbers that are not showing. In some cases, they said they were bringing updated versions of the register. Personally, where I registered, I went to check. My name was not on the list, which is not surprising because, like they always say, they know that there's a likelihood that some people may have their names missing. I was told to come again because they were going to have an updated version of the register. I went to check again. It was not in. So what did I have to do? I had to fill the inclusion form, and then I'll be checking up with the commission to see if my name is brought back. The good thing is that for the political parties, even as they monitor the process, even as they keep an eye on these processes, there's going to be another opportunity. Once the register is certified, the Electoral Commission will be giving copies of the certified register to the parties. So again, there will be another opportunity for the parties to check and to be sure that, yes, indeed, these were concerns that we had at this particular polling station or exhibition center. There were this number of names that were missing from the register. But at the end of the day, given the certified register that we have, these are the numbers that we have. Is it what we believe is the accurate reflection of the register or not? I think that is also an important step that we have to utilize when we want to look at the credibility of the voter register.
Madam Rhoda Oseiafo, team leader for the Center for Democratic Development, that's CDD Ghana. She just spoke to us. Thank you very much for your time. Let's now get the thoughts of the Peace Council on what they make of the allegations being made by the NDC and also the NPP discrediting those claims. by the NDC.
This is a human activity, and in human activity is not foolproof. There are bound to be mistakes here and there, and that is what the exercise itself is meant for. So, for the opposition party to cry foul cannot be misplaced, and therefore it is the duty of each and every Ghanaian who has whatever complaint to make about the voters register, because it is a process of cleaning it up, and each and every person's objections will be taken into consideration. But for now, it's very difficult for us to tell who is saying what and whether what who is saying is true or not true, unless and until we verify. We would soon be able to verify, and that's what the whole exercise itself is about. And I, for one, will encourage each and every one of us, whosoever has anything against the register, and the processes that led to the preparation of the register, the outcome of the register, the list of the register, whosoever has anything against any aspect of it, it must patriotically come out to say that this is what I found, that is what I found, so that we can look into it and come out with the facts, get the register cleaned, and have a credible register that will take us through these elections, so that at the end of the day, that will be a very big and good contribution towards ensuring that we have peace.
Now, President Akufo-Addo has assured world leaders of a peaceful, free and fair elections in Ghana in December.
Nana Akufo-Addo says measures have been put in place to ensure that the polls are credible and the outcome accepted by all.
Addressing world leaders at the United Nations General Assembly meeting virtually, Nana Akufo-Addo says Ghana will continue to be the beacon of democracy in Africa.
The political season is at its height here in Ghana as we prepare for presidential and parliamentary elections in December. Like everything else in our world today, even the politicking has been affected by the pandemic, and we cannot campaign for votes in the style to which we are accustomed. We're having to rely on technology to find ways of popularizing our messages in the time of COVID-19. It is a matter of great pride to me that in spite of the difficulties in conducting an election during a pandemic, I'm able to state that all Ghanaians are agreed that we have to work together to ensure that the elections will be transparent, free, fair, safe, and credible. This will be the 8th elections since we embarked on constitutional rule in our 4th Republic in 1992. Each of the elections has seen an improvement on the previous one, and we're looking forward to this year's passing off peacefully with characteristic Ghanaian dignity. We are keenly aware of the reputation that Ghana has built as a tolerant and working democracy, and we have every intention to nurture and improve upon it. Paramount in everyone's consideration is the Ghana Project, which aims to modernize all aspects of our lives and bring prosperity to our land. I have no doubts whatever that at the end of the elections, we shall be proud of ourselves, Africa will have good cause to be proud of us, and the rest of the world will find lessons to learn from us.
This is the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. My name is Paola Kanyo-Furi.
And I am Bobi Osei.
Still ahead for you, Ghana registered nurses and midwives suspend their industrial action.
We'll share the details on that particular story and many more when we return. Do stay.
Rigworld Solutions, forging the frameworks of Ghanaian industry. Engineering solutions from the heart of Takrade, Kejebil. At Rigworld Solutions, we manufacture industrial bolts and nuts fasteners, hoses and fittings for the extractive and petrochemical industries. World-class products with local expertise. Locate our factory in Kejebil off the Takrady Takwa Road. Call 0302 949917 or 0540 107504. Email enquiries at rigworldsolutions.com. Rigworld Solutions, crafted in Ghana, engineered for the world.
Close-up deep action with antibacterial mouthwash formula and deep cleaning gel. Close-up deep action. Enjoy long-lasting fresh breath.
Pre-order the Huawei Y9A before 1st October and get a free Band 4E and a gift box. Terms and conditions apply.
Acro Farms Limited, located in Ekropon in the eastern region, is a 1D1F initiative funded by Ghana Exim Bank that deals in poultry. This venture will create direct and indirect jobs for Ghanaians and help Ghana realize the vision of becoming an export-driven economy. A feat that would reduce the over $375 million spent on poultry importation. Like Acro Farms, there are other businesses being set up across the country under the 1D1F initiative, such as Casado Roba, Ekunfi, pharmaceuticals, and more local businesses, which are creating jobs and expected revenue. At Ghana Exim Bank, we call this the Made in Ghana 4P. Produce, promote, purchase, and prosper. If as a people we believe in the Ghana beyond aid, then let's prosper as a nation by producing, promoting, and purchasing our products. Let's support Made in Ghana and let's take Made in Ghana to the world. One district, one factory, Ghana at work. Ghana Exim Bank, facilitating Ghana's international trade.
You're welcome back to the City Newsroom. Let's turn our attention to the health sector. Now, the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, GRNMA, has suspended its strike. According to the association, the decision is in compliance with a court injunction sought against them by the National Labour Commission. Now, the GRNMA withdrew their services on Monday, September 21, in protest for improved conditions of service. Addressing the media, the president of the association, Perpetual Ofori Ampofo, asked nurses to return to work tomorrow, September 24, while negotiations continue.
Yesterday, Tuesday, 22nd September 2020, around 4:30 p.m., we received notice from the head office administrator that a court bailiff had formally and properly come to the office to serve the interlocutory injunction on the GRNMA and its allied associations. In the face of the injunction, our respect for the courts, coupled with our innate passion to serve our patients and clients, and for that matter, the good people of Ghana, we have decided to temporarily suspend our strike action with effect from Thursday, 24th September 2020 at 8 a.m., pending the outcome of our negotiations. For the avoidance of doubt, we wish to indicate that the strike action is merely suspended and our gallant nurses, midwives, PAs and CRAs are to begin full work on Thursday, 24 September 2020 at 8 a.m. with the morning shifts.
Now, government has extended the coronavirus-induced free water supply to Ghanaians to the end of the year. Now, the directive is to enable Ghanaians continue to observe their safety protocols, especially the washing of hands and the running water to help fight COVID-19.
Well, the extension was contained in a statement issued by the Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources. The statement, however, appealed to Ghanaians to use water judiciously.
Moving on, the Media Foundation for West Africa has hinted of taking legal action against the National Communications Authority, NCA, to demand a full list of radio stations shut down by the authority since 2017. According to the foundation, the NCA is demanding an amount of 2,000 cedis before the list will be made available.
The Media Foundation for West Africa says the request for a fee breaches the right to information law. Speaking at a press conference in Accra, Executive Director for the foundation, Suleiman Abraham, said his outfit would use all means to obtain the list of radio stations that have been shut down by the NCA.
It is quite, surprising, quite sad, quite baffling that the NCA at this point would want to hide critical information from the public. And we are saying that in defense of the rights, our fundamental right to access information, and in defense of the public's right to know, and the public's right to assert that fundamental right to access information, we are going to continue this struggle, even if it will take us years, even if it will take us going to the courts. That is something that we are prepared to do. And of course, as journalists and as media organizations, if the right to information law is being abused right from the start, it sends a clear signal that what our aspirations were, the hopes that we had, that the obstacles that we are always confronted with in terms of access to information will be resolved by the right to information legislation. Perhaps institutions are even going to make it more difficult using that same law. How many journalists can afford to pay 2,000 Ghana cedis before accessing such a fundamental piece of information? And our point is that, yes, it may be legitimate to pay a certain amount, but not for basically generating information that is sitting on your database, sending that information via email to a requester.
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom. We are taking a breather here. When we return, Citi TV suspends keyboard idol show following the unfortunate passing of one of the contestants, Chris Tamaklo.
We'll bring you more on that sad story. Stay with us.
The finest materials for this building.
I can see that. But my brother, just last year you built this house.
Oh yeah.
When the walls started peel off like banana due to rising damp.
My brother, that's been my issue. I've tried so many things, but nothing works.
You know what? They even use that black rubber thing on it before the concrete casting. You mean that baller rubber? Oh, my brother, you would have saved yourself the stress if only you used Visqueen DPM from Vertigio Limited. That be what my puppy used for house. And over so many years, the house till they come out.
For purchases and inquiries, contact Ventigio Limited at Spinters Road, Accra, or in Kumasi at Oshumasi Kwarasu.
Visqueen DPM, no size.
That planet. The world is impossible without time. That planet. Time is endless motion. Make time work for you. Bet Planet. Time to bet.
Econfi Juice Factory is a 1D1F initiative funded by Ghana Exim Bank. Each juice brand, Econfi Fruit Juice, is made from fresh pineapple and its quality is impeccable. All raw materials used in its production are purchased here in Ghana. The entire value chain has helped the community prosper by creating jobs for many Ghanaians, from farming, distribution, and retail. Due to its great taste and brand promotion, Econfi Juice is available in supermarkets and shops all over Ghana. And just like Econfi Juice Factory, there are other factories set up across the country under the 1D1F initiative in areas such as shea production, poultry, pharmaceuticals, sweet potatoes, avocado, tomatoes, mangoes, and more local businesses which are creating jobs and expected revenue. At Ghana Exim Bank, we call this the Made in Ghana 4P: produce, promote, purchase, and prosper. If as a people we believe in the Ghana beyond aid, then let's prosper as a nation by producing, promoting, and purchasing our own products. Let's support Made in Ghana and let's take Made in Ghana to the world. One district, one factory. Ghana at work. Ghana Exim Bank, facilitating Ghana's international trade.
Congratulations to all our waste collectors and waste pickers. Yes, our baller men and women, frontliners in this COVID-19 pandemic. In this COVID-19 fight, they collect potentially infectious waste from our households, open places, health facilities, among others. They risk their lives to collect waste materials that would otherwise end up in our water bodies and the environment. To all the over 35,000 waste collectors and pickers committed to protecting the environment and human health, we say Ayiko for your hard work during this pandemic. Thank you for improving sanitation and reducing pollution. You have our utmost respect and support.
It's not long ago that things were normal. Good friends could meet for a good drink and share good times. And then everything changed. And our bars, the center of our communities, all closed, sending us all indoors. But now, things are changing. Kakra kakra, small small. We're getting our lives back. Obeye, we'll get back to the way things were.
Hey, mama!
Hey, want a drink?
Yeah, man.
It's time for us to rise up.
Hey, you welcome back.
As we look forward to making our bars safe, Guinness Ghana will invest 10 million cedis through the Yin Boom program to get our bar owners back on their feet. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
You're welcome back to the Citi Newsroom. Now, the police hospital in Accra has for the past 2 days recorded an increase in the number of patients who visit the facility. This, according to management of the hospital, is as a result of the strike by the Ghana registered nurses and midwives and their allied partners. Citi News' Kweku Ediama Ansa has the rest of the story.
The police hospital in Accra, which has a daily patient count of about 100 in the previous weeks, had to make provision for about 150 patients on Monday and Tuesday respectively. As at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, the facility had recorded 103 patients already. The public relations officer for the hospital, DSP Yao Nketiayeboa, attributed the surge in the number of patients to the strike by nurses and midwives in public health facilities.
Though the numbers has been increasing since Monday tremendously, but God's so good. Hospital has been able to clear all the, in other words, treat all the patients that have been attending Ghana Police Hospital.
Due to the increased numbers at the facility, patients either had to endure the long queues or visit other hospitals for treatment. This gentleman and his relatives had been transferred from a hospital in Tema due to the strike. He spoke to Citi News.
He was knocked by car, and so they took him to hospital at Tema. Yeah. So I rushed to the place, but due to the strike of the nurses, like they say there is nobody to question from it, so we should bring him to police hospital here.
For now, the nurses and midwives have suspended their strike. The Deputy Health Minister, Dr. Okoboy, says government is committed to resolving their concerns as soon as possible.
Teachers, as we speak, are not exempted from taxes, income tax, I mean. Engineers in this country are not exempted. Although we are all, COVID has affected everybody. Journalists with GBC or state enterprises are not exempted from taxes. But all health workers, whether you are a security man, you work at a mortuary, you are a doctor, you are a nurse, all have been exempted from income tax. And this income tax shows up as fiscal cash in addition to what you take home. Why would the government do that at a time when revenue inflows have gone down? We are doing that because we appreciate the commitment and sacrifice being made by health workers.
Now, managers of some senior high schools in Accra have bemoaned the low level of compliance with COVID-19 safety protocols by students following the partial reopening of schools. According to them, students have difficulty in adhering to social distancing and the wearing of nose masks.
Now, during the disinfection of over 100 senior high schools by Zoomlion Ghana ahead of the reopening on October 5, the managers said they were putting measures in place to ensure compliance on the part of students.
In his 16th address to the state on measures taken by government to mitigate the spread of COVID-19, President Akufo-Addo announced the reopening of schools for second-year JHS and SHS students effective October 5. This, he said, was to enable them to complete their academic year. Prior to the scheduled date, waste management firm Zoomlion Ghana Limited has embarked on another disinfection exercise in over 100 senior high schools to render them safe for reopening. Some of the schools were Achimota SHS, Wesley Grammar SHS, Accra Wesley Girls SHS, St. Mary's Senior High School and the Ideal College in Accra. According to the Greater Accra Regional Manager of Zoomlion Ghana, Ernest Morgan Aqua, the impact of the exercise is visible in the massive reduction of active cases of the disease.
In all, for the third phase, we are doing 109 senior high schools and special schools. Then we are also doing 3,680 basic schools in the Greater Accra region. Since we started, the rate of infection that is being reported by the Ministry of Health is going down.
Speaking to journalists during the exercise, managers of some of the senior high schools bemoaned the difficulty on the part of students to comply with the safety protocols, specifically the wearing of nose masks and social distancing.
Wearing the nose mask is not something we are conversant with. So when the Form 3s and the Form 2 Gold were in school, the challenge we had were for them to keep wearing the masks.
We have a COVID-19 team here, about 30 teachers, who make sure that the protocol is followed. And the student who normally didn't go by it, we normally give a small punishment, that filling the Eureka bucket.
However, the manager of Zoomlion Ghana Limited urged students to comply with the health safety measures when school resumed, even though the schools would be fumigated.
We are also urging parents to advise their kids that it shouldn't be because we are doing the disinfection, they will come and not observe the protocols. We are doing the disinfection, which is very good, but the protocols are extremely good as well.
Now, to a rather sad story, one of the 10 finalists of Citi TV's Keyboard Idol Chris Tamaklo has passed away in a car crash. Now, the incident happened on Saturday at Isuchari Junction.
Now, the 13-year-old was in the company of his father when the accident occurred. The following report by Citi News' Hawa Idrisu highlights Chris's journey in the keyboard idol.
Chris, as he was affectionately called by his loved ones, was a student of the Holy Spirit Preparatory School at Ho, where he had completed Junior High School 1 and was moving to Junior High School 2. Chris was a sole competitor from the Volta region on the maiden edition of Citi TV's Keyboard Idol show. He was part of the over 300 entries Citi TV received for the competition. Chris, through his hard work and dedication for the keyboard, went past all the intense audition processes and eventually was selected as part of the top 10 finalists. His passion and flair on the keyboard won him the hearts of many, including the judges. Wow. Join us down here, Chris.
Chris, that's a great work you've done there. You know, so precise, the notes are clear. I can't say anything about it. Yeah, you did a great job.
Chris met his untimely death on Saturday, September 19, 2020, when a vehicle in which they were traveling was involved in a road accident at the Suchari Junction. One passenger in a minibus died on the spot, while Chris and other passengers were initially rushed to the Dodowa District Hospital and later transferred to the 37 Military Hospital in Accra. But little Chris gave up the ghost shortly after being rushed to the hospital. A number of passengers, including Chris's father, Apetnego Tamaklo, have since been treated and discharged. Chris, 13, had performed earlier that day on a Keyboard Idol show and was fast becoming a favorite among fans with his stellar keyboard renditions, which attracted commendation from both judges and fans alike. Programs manager for Citi FM and Citi TV, who also doubles as the host of the Keyboard Idol competition, Jessica Opare Saforo, has been sharing some fond memories of Chris.
My fondest memory of Chris, well, even though we had been at the boot camp for a couple of days, would be maybe his performance on the third episode, where he walked on set with a military uniform, you know, and he played the national anthem. And the pledge. I thought that was one of the performances that just stuck, you know, got stuck in my memory, and that, if I think about Chris, would probably always pop up in my mind. And I'm sure it was like that for a lot of people as well. Like I said, Chris was just really talented, and he always left a good impression.
Now, for viewers of the Keyboard Idol show on Citi TV, it is regrettable to announce that the program has been provisionally put on hold in honor of the late Chris's memory.
Out of respect, I think it's very important that we sort of put the show on hold. So at least we hear back from the family of Chris, find out what exactly their plans are with respect to his, you know, his last rites, funeral, etc. And so I'm sure that perhaps before the end of the week, we would get all that information that we'll need, and then we can decide when exactly we'll bring the show back. That being said, we do know that the show has garnered so many fans across the country, and we're going to consider every single stakeholder before we take a final decision on just how and when the show will proceed. So fans of the show, viewers of Citi TV, I mean, don't be dismayed. The competition will continue.
Chris Damarifajie, rest on, champ. We love you.
Well, we've not much to say, but our condolences to the bereaved family. What I remember about Chris is the smile on his face anytime he plays the keyboard. We're all going to miss all that.
Yeah, man, may his soul rest in perfect peace. And that's how we wrap up today's edition of the Citi Newsroom. Do remember that our website, citinewsroom.com, has more of our top stories.
Subscribe to CityTube on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Citi TV.
Download the Citi Newsroom app from the Google Play Store or the App Store and keep updated on the go.
You can also watch Citi TV on DSTV channel 363 and GoTV channel 182.
My name is Bobby Osei.
And mine is Peola Kanyofuri. Thanks so much for your time. Bye.
Imagine if you can get all the understanding on some of the difficult subjects you struggle with in school. As a student, do you feel dissatisfied with how hard it is to figure out the subjects you're learning? Or as a parent or guardian, do you worry that your child is struggling to understand some of the subjects in school? Well, now you don't need to sign up for extra lessons or tutors. Simply tune in to Class Act, Mondays to Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. on Citi TV. Class Act is a show that seeks to enable senior high school students gain a much better understanding of what they learn in school. All you need is a TV, a chair, your notebook, and your pen. Get clarity on subjects such as maths, English, IT, and science. Class Act airs every Monday to Thursday at 5:30 p.m. on Citi TV on DSTV channel 363 and GoTV channel 182. Don't forget your pens, pencils, and your notebooks and tune in to Class Act, only on Citi TV.
Rigworld Solutions is a wholly owned Ghanaian company that offers multiple engineering solutions for the extractive and petrochemical industries. We manufacture industrial bolts and nuts, fasteners, hoses, and fittings. From our factory at Kejebri in Takrade in the western region of Ghana, Rigworld Solutions employs Ghanaians to produce world-class products. With cutting-edge technology, all products are manufactured